Was it a busy day for you? There's this extra fancy 2 eggs, but I'm gonna have. This would be so boring for you in the beginning. I always say it's so dirty and so wrong. I don't feel like I wanna follow these rules. I'm not gonna dance. I not want to be funny all the time. But I enjoy this stage of life. Good morning, guys. This is unusual, probably good morning for me. I usually wait until at least I just kind of get a little bit more ready. But this time I felt like I would love to start this vlog very early. My morning routines most of the time are a bit rushed. I remember back in the days when I used to have like a proper morning routines, and by saying back in the days, that wasn't so far ago. It was like maybe last year before I started Zinc Skin project. And yesterday with my friend, we were filming content all day long, and then in the end of the day we were watching old videos, the first YouTube video that we have posted last year, and we were looking what we would do different, like kind of analyzing like the mistakes, how we would film different, how I would explain more things. It's nice to reflect, you know, to all of those times when you just didn't knew like what to do. And like it started so, you know, like she just asked me like, what about if you just film a little bit longer, because always we're not fitting into the Instagram algorithm, and just try to speak something that you want to tell, and then let's think about it, what we're going to do with those videos. And she kind of like pushed me into this idea of YouTube, and then I told her that I always was dreaming about YouTube, but I never knew how it's done. And for me it looked like a movie. It looked like, oh my god, I need a set of people working with all of that, because my job wouldn't be allowed to, you know, spend hours and hours of editing, because I do other stuff. And look at me now, I'm here. So coming back to conversation with her, we were talking yesterday about that, how my routines, how my days changed. I used to wake up in the morning, have my, I don't know, water, electrolytes or breakfast, go to the gym, work out, or have a gym PT session, or go for a long walk or run. Now usually when I woke up, I usually prioritize work, emails, responding to people, communication, and I do that way more, maybe a little bit too much at the moment. But I enjoy this stage of life. I truly enjoy. She said yesterday, would your life would be better if you wouldn't do what you do right now, if it wouldn't be Zinc Skin? And I was like, I feel like if somebody would take Zinc Skin away, it's like they would take away my baby. I'm not a mother, I'm just a dog's mom. But I feel already like I have a baby. A little sip of coffee down, so now I feel like a little woo. Okay, a little woof is that we filmed the content day yesterday for Instagram. You know, guys, I hate Instagram. Instagram is changing so quickly. One day you're fucking dancing, another day you're doing unboxing, another day you have to do like, I don't know, deep topics, another day you need to get those people attention in 3 seconds, and then on other day you go back to yapping. What the fuck is Instagram? Like, I feel so much pressure on Instagram and YouTube where I can truly be myself. I always say it's so dirty and so wrong. I don't want to be the algorithm prostitute, because like I don't feel like I want to follow these rules. I don't feel that I want to dance. I'm not going to dance. I don't feel that I not want to be funny all the time, and I feel like I don't want to be like have super creative all the time. So what we did yesterday, we did what I know the best. If you're looking for a certain question, like from expert opinion, I don't generate my content. I just do it from my heart. But of course, I follow the rules, and I give you all my expertise that I collected through years and years and years for a few seconds, which is unfair, by the way. But it is how it is, because Instagram wants us to dance this dance. We will dance in a certain way, but not like a dance. But honestly, YouTube platform I love. It let me be myself. It let me be moody. It let me be happy. It let me be excited. It let me be sad, dreamy, sleepy, everything. It lets me be myself. So I love this platform way more. And I know that maybe less people watching me here because they feel like, why the hell I would have to give her our 20-40 minutes of time if she is not delivering anything quick, quick, tell me. And this consumerism, it's everywhere. Like, we all are very high consumers. I am a high consumer. I love a lot of things. I love to buy something and get it in a few days. But I have to, kind of calm down my mind and a little bit my lifestyle, and at the same time consumerism. And I feel like YouTube is the thing. Like, if we speak about social media, if somebody would tell me now, you can keep one platform, the only one, I would give away my 45,000 followers on my personal account, Simona Zinchenko, and I would give away probably Zinc Skin, Simona, and I would give away TikTok, I would give away whatever other platforms we have, and I would keep the YouTube. Even in YouTube, nobody knows me yet. You will. Enough of being flashy and cookie. But today, we finish coffee, we get ready, and we have to leave a house in a certain hour. So we're gonna be leaving house in, let's say, more or less 1.5 hours. I will be working full day of patients today. Then I'm working tomorrow, a few days. My family is coming over, and then I'm going to London. So this is my life. This is my life. Honestly, I didn't vlog these days. Maybe that would be even more interesting, because that was like a proper challenging for me, because Sunday I was in London, Monday I was in Lithuania, Vilnius, Tuesday I was working in Klaipėda, Thursday I was in Kaunas, today I'm going back to Klaipėda, then I will stay there for a few days, and then I'm gonna do London round again. It's so relaxing in this apartment, so relaxing. I wish to live in Kaunas. If something happened with Kaunas that I don't have a deep relationships anymore with Kaunas. We have a beautiful home in Kaunas. We have my mother living in Kaunas. I still have a lot of friends in Kaunas, but I feel like I don't belong here anymore. Maybe at one point in life I will, but not this. Every single time I come here, I feel like such a tourist. I feel like I was never here. And when I go to London, I feel like, oh, my soul just opens. Something about London. I know so many people hate London. If you hate London, write me a message, DM. I will give you my list. I'm gonna create especially my list in London for you to change your opinion. So if you have like, London trip coming over very soon and you feel anxious that you hate the city, just text me. Usually I sit too comfortable with my coffee and then realize that hour passed by and I need to get ready quick. I wish to be better in this, but it is how it is. We're just doing a quick foundation. Nothing that I'm gonna show you about the makeup right now because we're rushing, but in these cases I just apply it, randomly without too much of, doing a precision. This Westman Atelier brush, honestly, for a quick application, blender brush. Oh, obviously made in Japan. Now we know why. Now we know why it's good. Okay girls, last time when I did something like this, my journey to work and my journey to routine, you really liked it. I'm still in Lithuania. I'm working here for 2 days and then I'm leaving to London.
So if you're wondering what is in my hair, it's just the hair clips, and I'm gonna tell you the story behind while I'm driving. It feels like right now I'm having a girly chat with some of my friends, so we're gonna like kind of have that. So you know my story with my hairstyles, that I started to experiment last year, and when a few of my friends introduced me into Paris hairdressers, and it was the famous David Mallet, and of course this is like creme de la creme when it comes to the hairdressers, the stylist of the hair. I absolutely loved it. It was just beyond. And after that I felt like, oh my god, my life will be never ever the same, because once I tried a style of David Mallet, I cannot have anyone else touching my hair. It was like, it was extremely high level. First time in my life after hairdresser, I felt so empowered. I felt like all of my face features, they just come together, and the best parts of my face are showing, and the parts that I maybe didn't like that much to like expose to people, they were hidden. And I was like, oh my god, this is means styling, not just a simple cut. So I had my hair done with David few times, until one time when I flew to Paris, he had a special client who requested him to be at Cannes Film Festival, and it's obviously that my appointment got rescheduled or cancelled. And at that time I was in Paris already, so I had my hair done with one of his colleagues, and it was everything fine with the hairdresser. He was such a lovely guy. It was all good, but it still wasn't the same as David. Saying it was good probably for that older version of me who haven't tried David yet. So I would be happy if I would be, you know, before those days when I tried David, and I wasn't happy, and I was like, oh my god, will I be so dependent now on this guy? And I started to look into the hairdressers in London, all of the good ones. They had a crazy waiting list. All of this hair inspo, I'm not gonna lie, came from Dakota. I got inspired by her glow up, and this is the reference that I came to David when I showed this is what I want, and I got it so close to that, and I felt like, oh my god, it's complimenting my face so much. And once I realized that I became so dependent on him, I got scared, because my life, that I cannot be dependent on things because people are dependent on me. And sometimes I do have a private clients that I have to change my schedule as well. I usually don't cancel things that, you know, are very important for me, but like I always tell my practitioners, beauticians, that I will be your client that I might need to reschedule like 20-48 hours before. Would you mind? So most of them not. And when that happened with David, that his plans messed up, my plans messed up, I felt like, oh my god, I need to give a chance to somebody. So I haven't found anyone in London. I had a few options, but I was like, it was that gut feeling that I don't know. But then one of my clients, she just told me, why you never tried this guy? Because he's in Lithuania and he's amazing. He is a teacher for all of the hairdressers, and he's like very different when it comes to the hairdressers, how we see it in Lithuania, because he's not a hairdresser at all. He's like a stylist, he's like a hairstylist, he's like such an art. I tried him yesterday, and he refreshed my fringe and he refreshed my bangs, and that's why I'm wearing these, because I'm trying to keep my hair in shape. He gave me a few tips that for a week I would have to try to style my hair one direction, so then it will be much easier for me to have that easy bangs that you just wake up in the morning and sometimes it just kind of goes the right direction. Because right now I have this issue that every single day I have to style my hair so much because they don't lay in the position that I want them to be. So I tried him yesterday. He is just beyond the hairdresser. He's not just a hairdresser, he is a stylist, he's an artist. He studied the same thing as David, a bone structure of like faces. how different faces they have to be cut differently when it comes to them hair, and how a tiny little hair can change the way your cheekbone looks, the way the size of your eyes look, the way your skin color affects. So he was like a true masterpiece. I'm scared right now to say that I found the one, but I feel that when I sit in his chair, I just felt that he knows, you know, and that happened with David, and that happened with him. So I hope we're gonna build a very nice relationship with me, my fringe, my bangs, and him, and I can, you know, keep this style because I love how my face looks with this. And as much as I love to put my hair up, I feel like this brings a new person in me, like something that is very powerful, very independent, very creative, stylish, and I want to be that person for this decade of my life. And I hope this gonna, you know, all work. So I'm driving to work right now. I just want to listen to a few of my friends' voicemails. Usually what I do is when I'm driving to work, I listen to the voicemails of my friends. I have my coffee. I'm proud that I'm still using this cup. I'm not using any paper cups anymore. And it's gonna be a busy day. It's gonna be super busy day. It's gonna be a super busy week because after this schedule 2 days in a row working in Lithuania, I'm flying straight to London and I'm working for 4 days in a row. I don't mind because I am dreaming about August. August, I'm taking my dream time off. I will be not working for a month. That sounds even just crazy in my mind that I dare to say that I dare to take a holiday like that. But I feel like I need a really good restart, refresh for a new season. We're building a lot of different ideas, what we're gonna bring to you when it comes to a new season. And I feel like me, my team, we all need to rest. We need to refresh our minds and we need to come back with lots of energy. I'm already planning in my mind what I'm gonna do all of that August. My biggest plan is not to fly anywhere. I feel tired of flying, tired of packing, and I feel like I want to spend some time in my hometown. I want to spend some time in the seaside in Lithuania, and I just want to enjoy having a routine. I want to enjoy having a workout every single morning. I want to enjoy having a nap without the guilt. I want to enjoy, you know, just sometimes having a late evening, just chatting with my husband or with my friends, and I feel like I deserve that, and I feel that you're gonna support me in this. We're not gonna cut off completely all our socials. We're planning to take a week or so of holiday in YouTube, but before doing that, we're gonna bring you a lot of information, so it's not gonna be that we disappeared and bye. No, we're not gonna do that, but we're gonna definitely let you know before everything takes places. Good evening, guys. As much as I wanted to give you such entertaining content today at my workplace, it didn't happen. First of all, I had a hectic day. As you can see by my face, my fringe is up already because I just wanted to soak my skin in moisturizer. So all of that fringe training you can see ended up there. I want to be very transparent to you and show you the reality. I was like even thinking, should I just tomorrow morning wake up, do my makeup, and then just continue vlogging, or should I do it now? So okay, I did it now. I'm cooking my dog's food. Nothing special is happening. I'm not even cooking for myself. I'm cooking for her. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of me speaking of like how she eats, but we don't give her dry food. We just cook her food. So this is a bit annoying that we have to always think about what she's eating, because it's not like a, you know, that you just take it from the pack and that's it. I'm gonna have myself a cup of tea. I'm gonna probably go rest because the day at the clinic was insane. I had a lot of new bookings, and I'm coming to that realization that probably I'm gonna stop myself from like booking new clients in Lithuania. Probably I'm gonna do a really strong filter who wanna book with me, because in Lithuania it's a small country. It's very easy that people, they get to know you very quickly because of the recommendations. So in Lithuania, I have at least 2 to 3 months long waiting list. And usually if somebody cancels, this is how we book a new clients. But I know how today it was a lot of new clients, and when the new clients come, they have so many questions. They want to find out about everything, about skincare routine, about treatment, about where to have them facelift done, a lot of things. And honestly, what I noticed, the pattern, that a lot of people, they don't want to pay for your time. So let's say they book the easiest appointment, like let's say 15-minute appointment for like a Botox, which is like a very normal standard for actual procedure. Before that, we have like a 15 minutes consultation. But then during the treatment, they decide that they want to find out that other skincare that they're using is good. Should they go for this doctor or this doctor? Then they want to find out about other treatments in the future, and that requires extra attention and extra time. So these days like that, when a lot of new patients come and they have a list of questions that they just want to find out on that day, but they booked the shortest time on the system because they're saving them time or saving them money, it puts me into a position that I end up exhausted in the end of the day. And I feel like I cannot let myself be this way, because there is people who really value my time. There is people who really want that time with me, and they book that in advance. They book in advance a timing that's gonna fit all of them needs. And they don't like steal from other people's clients' time, because when I'm late, I feel so frustrated. I feel so bad that other people who book them time correctly, they are waiting because somebody else is taking them time. But this is a very clinical work. I don't know if you work in a clinic, if you work in a beauty therapy, you probably know my nail technician. We always speak all the time, but she said, like, I have those clients who always late 15 minutes, always, and then they come and they want all of you. And today I had the same issues. Like, I had few clients that they were late for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is like a decent time, sometimes it's half of the appointment. And then when they come, they have extra questions. They want to have extra attention. They want that and they want that. And that makes a very unfair situation for a person who's already on time and they're waiting. So it was one of those days. I think you need to see me exhausted. You need to see me frustrated. I cannot even tell the word. And yeah, I'm gonna continue on cooking that dog stuff, and then I'm gonna just have myself a tea and just probably pass out, watch something that can turn off my brain. I hope tomorrow we're gonna have a nicer days. I don't know, are these like routine days interesting for you or not? But anyway, it was a chit chat day today. Nothing really to see, but a lot of me talking. You know me, sometimes I need that. Probably you are my therapy. You are my therapy, honestly, you are. Thank you for doing that for me. So nothing really special is happening today. I'm just again getting ready to my work. It's gonna be a work week. I want to take my supplements before I go. And on those days when I'm really rushing out and when I don't really have an appetite in the morning, when I feel like I need to take my supplements, because usually then I will forget at work. So I'm gonna show you just a very simple and very unsexy routine what I'm doing. Basically, I'm gonna have 2 eggs. I'm gonna have my supplements with that, and I'm gonna probably change and just rush to work. So sometimes the life is really simple, really easy, and really rushed out. This is extra fancy 2 eggs that I'm gonna have, and then I always try to not skip my supplements. What I'm doing non-negotiably right now, it is Nordic Omegas. This is like every single day. Then Q10 for my mitochondria health. My friend recommended this at the first place. Then I started to read about it, look a lot of podcasts, and it makes sense. Then I'm taking evening primrose. It's like basically the same thing as I used to take in a different bottle. So right now I'm just starting a different brand because I just had it on my shelf and I want to finish that. This is amazing for PMS symptoms. This is amazing. It's like for every single female, it's must have. It makes your bloating, it makes your periods easier, it makes everything in your life easier. So this is non-negotiable for me every single day. These 3 definitely. And I'm taking pumpkin seed oil because this apparently helps to grow your hair. Why the hell I'm growing my hair? I don't know, but something I read online. In the middle of the day, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take iron bisglycinate, but this is gonna go to my uniform pocket, and I'm gonna combine that with vitamin C liposomal vitamin C. So this is what I'm gonna do in the middle of the day, and that's just adjustment for capillaries health, because I feel like my legs get so heavy after all day of standing. So this is my stack, and this is what I got at the farmer's market. I don't know the word in English, but that comes from Bee's house. I don't know what's the word, but I'm taking a little bit of that right now every single day, because I want to boost my immune system until the autumn, because once the autumn starts, I usually start to get really sick and catching every single thing on the airplane. And I'm gonna go change because time flies. I need to wash my fridge. That's another thing that right now I'm kind of doing every single morning. Is it easy? Not. Is it exciting? Not. But I hope I'm gonna find my way in styling this thing. Oh my god, guys, again, another day, another evening, another full day of patience, another hit of the back pain. Was it a busy day for you? She was like very busy napping because it's been raining for the past few days. So today I was having a lot of self-doubt thoughts about my routines, about my priorities, about my choices. So I made myself a cup of tea, and we're gonna go through all of that. And let me be a little bit miserable. Let me be. I need your therapy. Guys, let me walk you through my back pain story. So about 3 years ago, when I just started to become so fully booked, when I started to do more clinical days and where I started to get more and more patients, I noticed that my schedules became really tight, really busy between London and Lithuania. And probably at that time, I wasn't like really thinking about myself so much when it comes to the health conditions. And I was like so happy that so many people want to be treated by me, and I was like taking it as an opportunity, working very late hours until the back pain hit me hard. So after the back pain hit me hard, I used to come back after work, cry after work, then get some painkillers and go to work next day. And I kind of shared online on my Instagram that I have these issues, and one of my followers, she just texted me that, oh my god, you have such an amazing PT in your town. Why would you just text him and just try a first workout with him? And I started to work out with that guy. His name is Justinas. He's still a very well-known personal trainer in Lithuania. His methods are not like about fitness, but his methods about how to keep you healthy, how to keep you flexible, how to keep you feeling good first and then looking good, not opposite way that you like look good and then maybe you feel good. So we started to work out with him for 2 years. In the gym we used to have at least 4 workouts a week. If I'm in London, then I continue on my own, and we were doing just a simple exercises on the Pilates mat with the dumbbells of 1 or 2 kilograms, and I was, this is a joke, we're not gonna get anywhere. And honestly, guys, after working out with him for at least, I think for the first 6 months, I noticed how much my posture changed, how much my core and my abs got stronger, my glutes, the position, how I stand, how I work, how I walk, everything. I started to run again for miles, and I was like having zero pain. So we continued with that for 2 years because he was living in the Seaside in Palanga, and I was like his only one client because he doesn't even coach one by one. He loves to have groups of people, but he took me. And then suddenly this masterpiece decided to move out to Spain and to enjoy a little bit warmer location. So once he left, honestly guys, I lost the track of my workouts because I am a person that I love to commit to somebody. I think that's why for me would work if I would find out a workout buddy, like a workout girlfriend, you know, we just text each other and we're so dependent on each other and then we go together. I still go to the gym, and I started to do things that I used to do with him, but not so precisely, because he was always rotating the exercises. He sees what I need and we do what I need. It wasn't like, you know, a fitness plan that you just follow, glutes, abs, whatever. Tomorrow morning, again, the story continues. I have shared with few people that I have this back pain, that I have this issue of not having a personal trainer. So somebody recommended me again through the Instagram, a new person who just moved from the capital to Palanga, and he's a personal trainer, but he's a very different type of personal trainer, because he is doing a personal training and group training in biomechanics. I didn't know about this much because I only saw very few people who advertise this and who like have Instagram pages about biomechanics. And I knew from my friends that this is something very new in Lithuania, and this is actually more about focusing about trauma, like when it comes to physical trauma, when it comes to the accidents, when you had like some issues with your spine, when you have some issues with mobility, when you have some issues with, you know, back pain. So tomorrow I will be starting my first assessment, I don't know, or workout with that guy, and I am hopeless. I'm really looking forward, and I hope that he's gonna create me like a plan and we can do that together. I hope that he's not temporary here, because this back pain is really killing me. I can feel already that I want to just cut my schedule in half, because when it comes in the middle of a day, the back pain gets so severe because I work by standing, and I just feel OMG. No, I have this guilt feeling. I have this guilt feeling of saying no. I think that comes from the people's pleaser side, and no matter, like, you know, who texts me and say like, oh my god, Simona, that was my dream to book an appointment with you. Maybe there is anything that you can do. And if they say there is anything that you can do for me, I would be so grateful. Of course I will try to do my best. I made myself right now a rule that I will be so flexible for people that are my regular clients, but I will say, I said to myself that I have to be a little bit more loving myself when it comes to new patients, and it's impossible to treat everybody, you know. So right now I am a little bit putting a line in between of my health, in between of how I feel, and in between how much I work. And my schedule in Lithuania is extremely tight, and because I work in a massive clinic, we have a lot of doctors, dermatologists, like surgeons, you name it, and it's like a very busy clinic that I work in. In London, I'm more like working for myself. I'm in like an independent injector, and in London I can little bit, you know, be more controlled in my time and in my schedule. Wish me luck. Tomorrow I will update you how it's gonna go. Lithuania has been, I don't know, I don't mind being this like rainy and a bit chilly, because I like this. When I work, I prefer this weather than having something boiling hot when my clients are bleeding and getting bruises. I'm gonna spill you the tea. You know, when it's extremely hot, it's definitely tend to swell or bleed more. So in the summertime, a lot of clients, they can take time off and they can have them treatments done. I get that, but in the summertime it's quite common. If you're doing treatments like lips, they tend to swell a little bit more and they tend to get bruises a little bit easier. It's not something dangerous because we follow all the rules, we do all the, you know, creams and aftercare stuff that we must, but it's more about the actual heat and swelling. So if you had your summer injection, probably you want to go back into your like home or any place indoors where it's a little bit of the air con or a little bit of the colder air, instead of having like that heat wave straight to your face. Actually gonna go read a book because I'm trying to continue one book, but I got it from my friend, and I actually want to show you a little bit about that book. Honestly, I want to show you because she gifted me with two books. One of them I'm reading at the moment, and another I'm gonna be reading later because it's more like a book, kind of a book and a book for decoration for home, and at the same time, you know, just to going through pages. So obviously I'm gonna show you in a second. This is something that I was obsessed for a while when I was like looking into the love story. It was like, you know, breaking my heart at the same time, but as well I got so inspired by her style. Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, A Life in Fashion. This is a book that I got from my friend for my birthday, and I feel like she really know me well by gifting something like that, because she knew how truly inspired I was. So I'm not reading this yet. I was like just going through the pages, but I love to have just this book at my home and on my table. I think this is something that just you can come back to that again and again. And another book that I'm reading at the moment is very much related to this story, but let me show you as well. Okay guys, this is my book table before I go to sleep. I have books that I want to read, or I have books that I read already. So I have started to read this one, Girls That Invest, but I haven't finished. I finished the book of Lymph. I finished the Psychology of Money, Spending of Money, Art of Spending Money, Infinite Game is finished, E-Myth Revisited is finished, this one almost finished, but some of the books I want to just start reading. But at the moment I am reading a book as well that was like gifted from my friend. She just read it herself and she said, just keep it, just have it. And I'm reading this beautiful story of memorials about as well a Kennedy story, and it's written by Carole Radziwill. She is still alive. She's very active on the social media platforms. It is a very beautiful, like a memoir about her friendship with Carolyn Bessette and JF Kennedy Jr., because if I am correct, her husband was a Kennedy, like her husband was a cousins with Kennedys. And I'm reading this book because we were talking with my friend about Carole Radziwill, that Radziwillas, they come from a bloodline of Poland and Lithuania, which is very interesting. I'm not there yet, so I cannot tell you much about it, but like yesterday I was reading this book and I was like reading probably about 40 pages or something before the sleep, and I just fall asleep. And you know what I noticed? How different you sleep when you fall asleep, not because of the scrolling, but when you fall asleep because you were reading and your mind kind of calms down. So this is my plan for tonight. I hope tomorrow I'm gonna come back to you with a way more positive note after my workout. So lovely to see you, lovely to chat with you. Thank you for my therapy time, and see you very soon. I am back with my update with the first workout at the Biomechanics. I don't know even I pronouncing it correctly or not, but it wasn't like a real workout. I wouldn't call it a workout yet, because it was more into getting my body, into getting to know my body well, where is the hidden spots of the trauma that relates to my work position. And it was a lot of like, you know, simple exercises that my new personal trainer can understand what is not working correct and what is overcompensating. So we come to a realization that position of my work definitely affects the way I stand, the way I feel, and it's a lot of compensation in my lower back pain because of the position, how I'm standing, how I am like kind of rotating my hips, how my knees are getting outwards, and it was like a lot of like baby steps. It's good that somebody who introduced me into a biomechanics like exercises and biomechanics method, they told me instantly that this would be so boring for you in the beginning. I am right now very excited because everything makes sense so much, all the information, and I am very much into sorting this problem. And right now I even more sure that I made a very good decision of taking time off in August, not planning anything, and just working on my body, workouts, my routines, my health, and I feel like I'm gonna come back so much stronger, and I will come back with such a gratitude for my body. And I will update you guys how it's going, but it was just a very first workout. I wanted to have like way more of these workouts, but the personal trainer that I signed up with, he said no more than 2 times, and he gave me a strict guidelines what I can do in a gym. I'm still doing my Pilates, but not every single day, so I will be rotating my exercises. I'm flying to London today, so I booked myself a Pilates class tomorrow evening. Finishing my coffee, getting ready to the airport, and probably we're gonna meet up in London.